Hi, I'm Oliver. I'm retail manager at Jones the Grocer, and today we're going to talk about making the perfect cheese board. So, beyond the board, the first thing we need to establish is our types of cheese. Now, whether it's a board for entertaining or just for at home with your family, or just treating yourself, the thing to think about is the different styles of cheese and how much you want. Normally, we would talk around about 100 to 150 grams per person. Then in terms of the number of cheeses, well, that's really up to you, whether you want to just showcase 1, 2 or 3 cheeses or have a broader range. For me, I like to do quite a range of cheeses, and I like to think about styles. So first of all, we have Brie de Meaux, cow's milk soft cheese from Ile-de-France in France, a hard cow's milk cheddar from Montgomery's in Somerset, England, Chiriboga Blue from Bavaria in Germany, Chabichou, a goat's milk from France, and then finally Manchego Curado, a 12-month aged sheep's milk from Spain. So what the selection does is it gives us a selection of tastes, textures and aromas, and that's what you're really looking for in a cheese board, that beautiful variety. So alongside the cheeses, we need the accompaniments to go with. First off, we've got a range of crackers to go alongside the cheeses. So the selection, we have some more neutral ones, like the Mario Fongo Grissini Astuccio, our own olive oil lavosh and rosemary lavosh, some toast for cheese, which are laden with fruits, nuts and seeds, and some really rather elegant little charcoal squares. The idea is to have a little bit of a variety on the board. So we've got some that are a little bit more neutral, they act as carriers, let the cheese do all the talking, and then others that will complement the cheeses with the fruits and nuts, such as the toast here. So we have our cheese and we have our crackers, and then we just need the accompaniments to go alongside. So this could be fruits, nuts, seeds, chutneys, piccalilli. So we've got a really nice range of these within the store. Starting off, we've got dried wild figs, some apple fruit crisps. These give a really nice crunch and a bit of texture to your board. Quince pastes, either our own Jones quince paste, a slightly looser paste, or Spanish membrillo quince paste, which is a little bit firmer. Piccalilli, this is really luscious, goes very well with hard cheeses. It's a mix of vegetables, used to be called English chum chum. It's kind of an Indian style chutney, I guess is the inspiration for it. A caramelized onion jam, pear and honey jam, the list goes on. And the fun here is you can really get quite creative. Whether you go for something really classic, like a honey or a truffle honey, or you go for something a little bit more left field, try strawberry jam with cheddar. The combinations are kind of endless. So we've got everything we need for the board. First of all, our soft cheese. So we've got our lovely, nice and ripe Brie de Meaux. It's going to sit here. Then our farmhouse cheddar, our blue, our nice little goat's cheese, and then finally our aged manchego. Now then, we start adding our accompaniments on. So I'm going to start off with some of the little toast crackers that we talked about earlier. I guess this is where you can get really creative, whether you want to lay it out and be really ordered, or whether you just want to roll it out, make a little bit of shape. But it's these different tastes, shapes and textures, I think, is what's pleasing on the eye. So we've put some flavored crackers on. And then we're going to start to add some of our more neutral ones. We start moving things around a bit to accommodate them. Okay. Remember, you can always put these on the side in baskets so people can grab more as you're going along. Then we're going to get some nice chunks. This is the membrillo paste, so quince paste from Spain. This very classically goes with the manchego. You buy it, we cut it as a big slice, but you can buy it in these small little prepare it for you rather in these small little cubes, which I think is nice on the board. It just means people don't have to cut everything up. Again, you could also ask us to cut the cheeses up if you prefer to have them already portioned up. So I'll get a few of those there. This is where you can play around and mix the colors and textures. Again, no real order required. Then I'm going to add some nuts. We've got some nice walnuts. And we've got some nice dried apple here as well, which is great. It gives a bit of a zing, it cuts through the cheeses, helps freshen the palate when you're going between the cheeses. And it gives us another texture on the board. Okay. Now I'm going to add some of our wild dried figs. Again, these are all nice, different textures. They're a little bit firmer. Fig and goat's cheese is a really natural combination, works really well together. Again, I don't think you have to be, for me, very ordered. You can break the board up and mix up where you're adding all of these. And then we have our various chutneys and our fruit paste. So I'm going to go with our piccalilli. So this is kind of a nice, tangy, crunchy. Now with these, you may just wish to put, a jar on the side so people can help themselves, or alternatively, you can use a ramekin and serve them on the board. This is what I'm going to do. There we go. Let's pop these on the side. So we've now got some dried fruit, some quince paste, we've got various crackers. What else we need is a fruit paste, so we're going to go with some pear and honey jam. Again, in this instance, I'm just going to pop it open. I'm going to let it sit in the middle of the board. We'll just add a spoon there, so that's ready to go. Start turning the board around. We'll add some more crackers. Some more texture on the board. I think some caramelized onion jam. What we're doing is we're giving lots of different flavors and textures here that will accompany the cheeses and bring the best out in them. What cheese really likes is sweet and savory, so that's why things like caramelized onion jam work really, really well, because it's got that different taste and texture. And then we'll come back, fill in a few of our gaps with a bit more membrillo paste. Okay, move that around. And then finally, if you want to add a little bit of color and a bit more garnish to your board, I like to use some dried edible flowers. So just take a sprinkling of these, dot them around. They complement the cheese. A lot of the times with these, the animals are grazing on wild meadow. So these are the flavors that add to the milk and add to the board. We end up a little bit more of this. And there we go. One completed cheese board.